I said, listen, I've gone through a lot. I have lost a lot. The goal you have, by the time you start trying to bring it to pass, don't expect it to be 100% smooth. So sometimes business is not just about money, 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 money. What if I didn't start? What if I didn't begin? What if I gave up all this while? Where we are now, we wouldn't have been there. My mother was weeping and crying, so I just looked at her. I thought that that would be the end of my life, you know. I just saw my life in front of me.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Deep Dive Podcast. My name is Raissa.
And I'm Gloria.
All right. And today we have another guest speaker. His name is Mr. Chinda Chinda. He's an award-winning transformational speaker, a certified life, relationship, and performance coach, an NLP practitioner, a best-selling author, a John Maxwell leadership certified coach, a preacher, and a senior IT consultant. He is the founder of so many organizations, a few of which are Limitless Life Pro Academy, Christ Ambassador Reaching Everywhere, and Chinda's Grocery Store Limited in the UK, and a co-founder of Fruit Adventure Limited with his wife. He has written 5 best-selling books, one of which is What Can I Do to Make My Marriage Work? He teaches and mentors mature single adults, newlyweds, and parents to build more relationships that are stable, strong, and satisfying throughout their life. He has been married for 16 years to his beautiful wife, Miss Chimzi, and they have 2 talented boys. Help us welcome Mr. Chinda.
Welcome.
Okay.
Thank
So,
you.
So we, first of all, thank you so much for joining us. And we want to start our first question by knowing, how did you start your grocery store?
Thank you so much. Quite excited to be here. Thank you, Gloria and Raissa. You guys are doing an amazing job, really. So I'm really grateful to be part of your journey. Grocery store has been my desire for a very long time. You know, when you have an idea, you've written the idea down, go say, write the vision down, make it plain. So, but I've not had the right time to trigger the manifestation of that idea. But I've always had it in my mind, and I've had few people as well doing this. So when my brother, I brought my brother over to the UK, and when he saw what was happening and he saw the cost of groceries and the opportunity, so he asked me, do I think about this? Well, I said, look, can I show my diary now for you to see? It's something that's been there for ages. It's been nursing. It's been a baby in my stomach, but I'm looking at the right time. So we started looking at the feasibility, location, and do a lot of research. And we realized that we had a place up north of England, place called Middlesbrough, was quite unique. A lot of Africans are coming over there, and there's been pre-existing Caribbean community as well. And I felt, well, I think this is a good idea. The major competitor there is an Asian guy, and a lot of Africans that have been there has been complaining that things are very expensive, which is understandable. So I had to visit the shop as customer, okay? So to see what he's doing, I went there about 3 times. I tried to navigate the products, navigate the things he has, the prices, just looking at the whole structure. And I told my brother, I say, you know what? Yeah, I think a competition is coming. He's not aware. We are the 2 spies, okay? We're not the 10 spies. We are the 2 spies. So me and my brother became Joshua and Caleb, okay?
Wow.
So we had to do some strategic spying. And then when I came back, I had to also send some other guys, 4 guys, to go and do more spying for me strategically. So everybody came back with their reports, just like the Bible. They came with their reports, what happened. But the good thing that my spies were positive spies. They were not grasshopper spies.
Right.
yes.
So yeah, and then we were able to get a location, and then I started forming community relationship with different pastors, because a lot of these pastors have huge churches. I began also building community relationship with so many other African organizations in the place, and then begin to just connect and tell them what was coming. I mean, the excitement was unbelievable. I remember
Wow.
one of the pastors said, Chinda, you are Moses coming to lead us out of Egypt. I say, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Right.
because they've been under this expensive environment, expensive pricing for a very long time. So when I came, being a shop owner, I started looking at suppliers, other counterparts all over the countries where they're getting their stuff, and I started looking at what Nigerians really, really want. So we started getting, we want this, we want that, we want this. Oh, this guy doesn't have this guy doesn't have that. So I started using the African, strategy to also connect with my people, because you're an Asian selling African food, and then I'm an African selling African food. Obviously, there's going to be some differences because I know what I eat, I know what my people eat, and all that stuff. So that was where we all began to get all this data of things, and it's been incredible, amazingly incredible. People
Wow.
are really teaming up, and people coming to the show. Oh, wow, we're so excited! We
Wow.
have an African here, and the store is significantly big as well, and it's very clean, very organized. Everything is just amazing, and the people are just loving it. So today being Saturday, my missus is in the shop. She chose to be
Wow.
there, and she's been calling me first. She been sending me texts. Mom, I'm making a lot of money. I say,
That's good.
Wow.
so that
Wow.
was how the whole thing began. But I can tell it wasn't easy. Maybe you can ask a follow-up question, but it was tough. But we're excited and we're looking forward to expansion in the near future.
Right.
Wow.
So it started with an idea, and then it started with the market research, which is in marketing. And then you were spying your competitor to see what were they doing and what were they not doing. And
That's
you
right.
brought a little bit of innovation in the market. You saw a
That's
problem and you found a solution. So, which is really great for people that are listening to understand when you get into
The
business,
steps.
right? Because my background is in marketing. So when I'm hearing you said a lot of things that I'm just like, wow, these are great tips for any business, whether it's grocery store owner or even someone that owns a restaurant or an auto shop.
Mhm.
And it's really commendable what you were able to do, and you have your family too working in the shop, so you're also giving jobs to your family,
That's right.
right? So what would you say were some of the challenges that you face?
The starting that business is a bit capital intensive. Okay.
Yeah.
And I know about that. And it is something that costs tens of thousands of pounds. So I decided to do a remortgage, one of my properties. Okay. And I was able to get quite huge, incredible amount of money from the remortgage. And so I decided to use that. There was an existing loan on the mortgage, so I just paid that off over £100,000, and then I now use part of the money that was left to go into this. But I now realize that I think it would be nice for me to get one more person on board. So I looked into my network. I look into my network, and I to pitch. So I had this wonderful business plan and very good forecast analysis of the communities, the audience, the targets, and the things I'm looking forward, 5-year projections and stuff like that. And then also for my competitors and what I've heard. So it was quite a robust plan. And I started
Right.
sharing it with few of my network. So I had a couple of guys, doctors, accountants, people were interested, but I wanted to with just one person. So I got someone, and the guy was excited. He said, "Wow, this is good." And Chinda, I know you. I mean, anything you put your mind to, man, you gotta work. And again, you
Right.
have God on your side. So even if the devil want to mess up with that business, he's in trouble because he can't even try it.
Back to
Yeah.
sender.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So Satan can't even try anything like that. So he came in, so he just injected some couple of money into the whole plan, and then we went in investing into it. And we have us there. We signed all the legal agreement with the lawyers and what he's going to get for the next 5 years, every year at the end of financial plan and paying on corporation tax and stuff like that. So we sorted that out, and then I went all in. Now, but one of the challenges which I realized was the fact that the business was supposed to start January 28th, but the
Okay.
business started August 25th.
From January to August.
August. And I
Wow.
was paying the
Rent
rent, the commercial rent from January to
to
August.
August.
Now,
Wow.
Wow.
prior to this time, when all this analysis was done last year, the plan, the strategies, the everything, and then with the application of the mortgage was supposed to take 5 to 6 weeks.
Mm.
So with Christmas in between, the whole thing was all great, all amazing, all fantastic, and to pull up the money. So I wanted to use that to get this thing going.
Right.
Mm.
However, the business investor has already paid money to me a
Mm.
month, 2 months before we had to start. So
Wow.
it's my own chunk now, which is far higher than his, almost times 4 or 5 of his. But the money
Mm-hmm.
was coming from the mortgage.
Mm.
So in January, we now hit a roadblock.
Mm.
Now, the roadblock now happens to be the company that I was applying this thing for whatever it is. I mean, this is this thing don't normally happen, but
Yes.
it did happen to me. And I
Mm.
want to be honest and vulnerable about this. Because
We
Yes.
sometimes you have
appreciate
a
that.
plan
Huh?
from A to B, in between
Mm-hmm.
is called process.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, even with all your planning, the business plan, the strategy, the advice, the connection, there are some things in between here that
Yes.
you don't know,
Right.
Out of your control.
out of your control, right?
Huh?
So I did everything I had to do. Unfortunately, one of the senior mortgage broker and advisor in this big financial organization in the UK, I don't want to call the name, became discriminative. Now, I will tell you how did we find out. Because
Okay.
everything required to get my remortgage through and pull out my huge equity
Mm-hmm.
is clear. We've
Right.
met everything 100%. So the mortgage company that was dealing with this, we've seen everything. They are top notch. They know what they're doing.
Mm.
And January came, no approval.
Huh.
How?
Really?
February came, no approval.
Huh.
Yeah.
What is
Something is
going
wrong.
on? March came. The two guys in charge of our case in the financial keep asking us for things that they shouldn't ask us.
To make it more
Mm.
difficult for you to.
That's right. That's
Mm.
right. And the shocking part is April came, we just keep supplying more information, more documentation, more this. Like all the companies and all the other people we know, I started calling other they said, no, you
It
you
doesn't take that. Mm-hmm.
Right.
you provided everything.
Mm-hmm.
Why
Right.
would they still be asking this? Something is not right. Something is not right. April
Mm-hmm.
came, nothing. May
Mm-hmm.
came, nothing. Oh wow, what is going on? June came, nothing.
Nothing.
Hey.
We were like, what is are you sure this is the right? In fact, I had to go and pray. God,
Mm.
is it the devil leading me about this business, or is you leading me? Because it seems like everything is supposed to go smooth, perfect, wonderful.
Mhm.
I almost started doubting if this thing I'm about to do is the right thing.
Thing
I
to do.
started questioning my spiritual sense, intelligence sense, emotional sense,
Huh.
logical sense. I use all the sense I had.
Mm.
And I'm like, I don't know. So I went on LinkedIn to research the two guys,
Mm.
the senior mortgage provider in July. And I started scrolling down his page. Started scrolling down his page. Apparently, this year, there's a new award that the company is given, and
Okay.
it's called the more challenging, difficult senior broker in the company that does not take nonsense from anyone, whatever it is.
Okay.
So he was bidding to win that award, and he put it on his LinkedIn. He is receiving the award of the most difficult, challenging, thorough mortgage broker in the firm, in the organization. I saw that. I said, my spirit just clicked. Wait a minute. No way. He's using my case to win whatever he's trying to achieve in his. I was like,
Why is that even a
oh
thing?
my god, I
What?
have never
That's
seen this.
shocking.
I showed my wife his LinkedIn page. I said,
Oh my.
what is happening? My wife, straight up, my wife said, no, this is pure discrimination. There's something wrong here. Then we this is where my spirituality came in.
Mm.
And then I went to pray
Mm-hmm.
and I fasted about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, God, you led me before I started this process. You were with me and you
Mm.
told me to go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard you clearly. The voice wasn't the voice of the devil, it was you guiding and directing me. Now look at the roadblock I am. Do you know my landlord? We signed a lease for 5 years. Many people has been coming to the shop to pay more to my landlord to cover in case I have to pay whatever charges because I signed a contract. They will cover it to kick me out because the place is quite strategic. I'm not joking, like seriously.
Wow.
And he keep calling me, okay, maybe you can't open the business.
Afford it,
Maybe,
like
yeah, you can't
trying to get
afford
you
it.
to give up.
Yeah, just give up. My landlord said, just give up. It's okay. Many people plan stuff, he never work and all that. This man called me several times while we are going through all these things because it's a prime location. People want to use his property, and I'm still paying him anyway. It's not like I'm owing him. I'm paying
Right.
him even though I haven't started. So this is where the whole thing become very, very crazy. I went to go to prayer. I said, God, please just help me on this. I can't. I don't understand what is going on. And then after the prayers, one thing with me, I'm blessed with writing. I'm an author and I know how to write so persuasively that if you read my write-up, you know you gotta think about your life and think about everything about you seriously. And my wife knows that. Anytime we have issues, problem with government, with this, with that, with whatever, when I sit down, this is a gift I have. This is not, I'm not being prideful about it. God
Yes.
gave me the ability to coin words that are very powerful. So I sat down and I wrote 3 pages with evidences and fact. And my title is Discrimination Against Me Based on Race. You see, because I'm black, you're doing this to me. And I had all the facts. So I copied it to the management board because there was an email on their website, to the complaint department, to the customer service, to about 7 different departments in the organization. The following day, I got a call. They said, excuse me, what? And I told them the whole paper will be published online in 5 days if you do
Wow.
not respond.
Wow.
I
When
will publish it online if they don't respond. So in just over 24 hours, no, less than 24 hours, they called me and they said, this is really damaging to our organization. We've never seen it. Are you sure of what? Then the complaint people started talking to me, like they were calling me. I said, I've got my facts, I've got my evidences, and I've gone to check on LinkedIn. I copied, I screenshot, I did everything. I said, I am ready for whatever. And I told them, if you don't receive in 5 years, I will copy it everywhere. And then I will take this to the government organization, independent, verifiable organization to check what I am going through because of this remortgage. We call it the Financial Ombudsman Man, very powerful government organization for something like this.
in
So
the
they
UK.
said, no, you don't have to copy them yet. We gotta deal with this. So they took these 2 guys out of my case within 24 hours and put 2 top senior mortgage brokers in 2 days. They replied and they said this mortgage should have been approved in January. This is end of August, end of July now. They said they can't. Why? That the guy is right. There's something wrong here.
Wrong here.
Everything is perfect. Why? So the 3rd day, remortgage was issued. They issued me the remortgage that I've been waiting for since January 12th.
Wow.
We issued
God.
it end of July. So now you see how the devil is just so bad. They issued that because here at the end of the day, when they issue you something, they will now send it to another company that will now begin to work with the lawyers for all the legal parts and all that stuff and all that stuff. Now, interesting thing, the company they send it to said they couldn't find my file on their system. That my file over there, they showed them proof that they sent my offer letter to them to start to expedite everything because of what I've been through. This other company said No, there's
They have
nothing. They
not
didn't send us.
received it.
And guess what?
What?
That is about 2 weeks has already passed. Nothing is happening to the case. So I sat down and I said, what is going on again? And I called the office headquarters in Edinburgh. I called the Glasgow. I called the Manchester. I called the Newcastle. So the Newcastle said, oh, sorry. We've just seen what is going on here. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, I can't find it, but I will be into this. I was calling them back to back, back to back, back to back,
That
back
must
to
have
back.
been stressful.
Until they said they got my form, but it was archived. Archived for what? Why are you gonna archive something? So nobody was looking at it. So nobody was looking at that system, but they found it. I said, this thing, wow. I now see why
Yes.
all fight and battle, it was everywhere. So by the time they arrived to this point, they started expediting things. The two guys that did this to me were suspended.
Good.
And they wrote to me that they are under investigation.
Good.
Right? So, in fact, as long as that is happening and they still prove, they will not win the award, unfortunately. I don't know what has happened to them, whether they still have their job or whatever, but they suspended them. I got all the details. I said, listen, I've gone through a lot and
Right.
I have lost a lot. But right now, I just want to get on with my life, get on with my family. Those guys, whatever you guys want to do with them, that's up to you, based on your policies, based on your disciplinary procedures, whatever you want to do. But at the end of the day, what has really spurred me was sometimes the goal you have, by the time you start trying to bring it to pass, don't expect it to be 100% smooth. Just have at the back of your mind that you're about to change lives. You're about to impact lives. You're about to do something that is so transformational. And listen, my shop, from what people are telling me, you get into my shop, just go into shopping mall, you hear music, right? You'll be hearing different kind of music in different places. My shop is wired to be playing soft worship song. So when you go to the shop, you'll be hearing elevation music. You'll be hearing all these beautiful worship songs, hill songs, and all that stuff. And I remember one day, this lady was so discouraged, despondent, depressed, sad about life. Everything is just not working. And she was passing by and she heard worship songs playing in the shop. And she said, wait, that's an African shop? There's a worship song there. She went in and she told the guy on the till, he said, sorry, can I worship? I'm really feeling down. I'm so discouraged about life. But there's this song you're playing in your shop. I just want to go to the back. If you don't mind, I just want to listen and just get myself back again because I'm not all right. So the guy said, please take your time. That's why the shop is there, and that's why the music is playing. If the music can help you get back to your life again, great. And she was at the back and she worshipped, and then she felt better. And she now bought a lot of stuff from the shop after feeling better. And she said, do you know that I've never seen any African shop that is playing worship songs? And it's just so, wow, please don't stop. Please keep playing the songs. We just love it. And that's the same thing a lot of people are saying to me. My job is very strategic. Yes, I'm going to make revenue from there, profit from there, but it's designed to be part of a particular business, a particular ministry I have, Christ Ambassadors reaching everywhere. And it's evangelical. We host crusades. We sponsor a lot of orphanages in Africa. We do a lot of things. So I've tied my activity into the business to also that's also part of tax rebate, the tax expense if you're paying to charity and all that stuff. And I've got that charity. So I've told God, the shop isn't just about me. There are kids in Africa, orphanages that we support. We want to get money from here to give to them over there. I host crusades. I preach the gospel. I need the money from here as well to support that mission. So you gotta make sure that this thing is working. So it wasn't just about I want to make name for myself. I just want to be famous. I want to be known. I want to have all the money. Well, that's the reality. You create value. Money will follow value. There is no way around it. If you solve a problem for people, you give them solutions, then they will pay for the solutions. So I'm taking advantage of people. I'm providing services, but behind the revenue behind solving their problems, their food product related problems. I need that money to
Right.
further the gospel and further the spread of Christ in different places that I host my event. So
So
I
that,
now realize that business sometimes is, I wouldn't say sometimes, in fact, business is very spiritual. Don't assume that business is just all about business sense, business traits, business qualities, logical psychology, philosophy and all that. Is they have their place, but let me tell you something. The devil too could fight businesses that have strategic association to the kingdom work.
Mm.
Satan will fight it. He will use anyone to just dislodge the whole thing, mess everything up, and just say, you know what? Yeah, why should they want to have that money? But they know you have that money. You can sponsor a crusade. 50,000 can be saved. You can impart orphanages, and they will come back. They will know God. They will impart other people. So it's a generational impact, and it's
Right.
also is the spread of the gospel. So sometimes business is not just about money, 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 money. Yes, the money is there because as long as you solve a problem, as long as you provide solution to the right target people, the target people will pay for the solution. So whether you like it or not, solving problems will create wealth. There is no way around it. It
Come
is
on,
a
Mr. Chinda.
preach.
Business
long as you
101.
solve a problem, just know that you don't even need to worry and begin to be feeling, I don't know what's going to happen out of this. Just solve problem. Look at the problems, solve the problem by providing solutions. Because for me, entrepreneurship is simple. Solve problem and get paid. That's
Yep.
what entrepreneur is. Solve a problem and get paid. Now,
Period.
when you solve a problem, and you provide it to the right audience, the right people, my solution may not be for all people, right? Just
Right.
like the African shop and Caribbean shop, even though we have something happen recently, we realized that the British and the Asians are flocking into my shop, and I
Oh.
did not plan for them. So
Mm.
what I now did was I had to divert
Mm.
to have a massive section there
For
and
that.
provide Asian spices, Asian items, and I
Wow.
provide British stuff and all that. Now you have the British coming to my shop, you have the Asian coming to my shop, and then you also have the Africans, the Caribbeans coming. My target
Mm.
was this, but they because of the community where I am, they started requesting, "Oh, do you have this?" Then I just got a book. I told the guy, anybody that enter that shop, and they are
To write down.
write down. They keep writing down. So they be telling me, oh, we want this. Oh, this Asian came in. That's what the British want this, want this one. So now I've supplied all this. So you see the British
Wow.
coming into my shop as if it's an African. It's even shocking. A lot of the British are now eating some African stuff. They will come and say, oh, it was a bit spicy, but I like it. But I like it. It's nice.
Right.
So the whole thing is just expanding. But
Mm-hmm.
overall, you can see something that started with an idea, and
Yes.
then look at all the problems and the challenges and the difficulties that we have to go through. And this is where we are now. And
Mm.
things are now expanding. A lot of the ideas that are coming now was not in my business plan,
Wow.
was not there from the beginning.
Mm.
So one thing again I've realized, when you have an idea, when you start executing, when you even execute, you'll be surprised why in the process of serving people,
Right.
making an impact, solving problems, you start
Yes.
seeing some nuances that you never realized before, some connections and dots and this and that. You say, oh wow, that's good. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Oh, well, I never thought about that. Then you go back to update your business plan, update your strategy. I
Yes.
think I've changed probably 3-4 times strategies that was in my original business plan that wasn't, but based on the performance so far, based on what people are asking for, based on feedback and everything, we keep changing these things. But what if I didn't start? What if I didn't begin? What if I gave up all this while? Where
Right.
we are now, we wouldn't have been there. So this business has taught me a lot.
Lot.
And I realized that you can also know more stuff about business by actually doing it.
Yep.
Yes.
All this
Yeah.
talk, talk, talk. all this talk. You are not learning anything. But by the you're diving and you
Right.
begin to swim, take a stroke. You keep taking a stroke. You realize that you are going into the deeper end. There's a side of the water. So, wow, oh, this place is deep. Okay. But oh, wow, this is nice. This water is cooler. Things begin to change in the
Right.
dynamics of the way you operate. But if you don't get into that water and start going like that, if you're just standing, I love this water. The pool is very nice. It's just beautiful. Love the environment. I love the design. It's so amazing. You are just spectating. You are not in the pool, you won't get wet. And the part you get wet does not mean you're going to drown.
Yes.
Not wet, swimming to set up the business, but I didn't get drowned. Look at me. I'm out and I'm doing very well. If I don't share this story with you now, you just know.
Would have never
you
known.
know.
Yes, I would have never known.
Yep.
Absolutely.
We just see you have a grocery store and it sounds great.
Like, oh, this
Beautiful,
was
right?
just, you know.
But we don't know the struggles that you went through to just get this open. And also, we need to know what is the name of the grocery store and where is it located in the UK for even myself and people listening, because I want to go to the UK and take a look in person and shop.
Yeah.
And people listening as well.
Yeah, and we'll definitely include. I know you've sent me some clips of your store, and I was so excited. You know, we'll even include a little clips of it. But tell us more about it.
No, we
Where
just need to know
the
the
location.
name and the location.
Yeah, so it's called Chinda's Grocery Store. Okay.
Oh, it has your name.
Yeah, it has to have my name. I mean, we have McDonald's, right? We have Booty, right?
True.
Wapa Karabam, isn't it?
Legacy.
Okay, so I think it's time the African name also to be on that place. It's not every time you want to start say venture capital, enterprise, that one. No, we're not doing that. We're going old school, man. We gotta make the ancestors happy, you know, in the foreign land. Okay.
Yes.
So it's Chinda's Grocery Store.
Chinda's Grocery Stores.
And it's in Middlesbrough. It is in Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough is one of the cities in north of England.
Okay.
North of England, right? So it's in Middlesbrough, 7 Church Road, Middlesbrough, T56 Delta. So it's something that anytime I look back and I just say, wow, look at we swam, we almost drowned, and this is where we are. It's really good to also talk about what people don't see.
Yes.
Most times, you know, you see somebody say, oh, the business is making this, is making that, is doing that, but they forget, look, I cried. Like, I want to be honest, I cried. Like, seriously, I cried. Imagine a man like me crying. Please, God help me. This is killing me. Please help me.
Do that to you.
Yeah. So the fact you see people, entrepreneurs, you know, they smile, they look great, and they drive their car, they go about, they do. Sometimes entrepreneurs cry. And it's okay to cry. Cry. I'm very happy that I have a wife. So when I'm crying, I can rest my head on her chest and she can hold me. I say, don't worry, everything will be all right. So sometimes entrepreneurs become babies. Okay. So I'm just saying this for those don't have woman or man in their life, try and get one as soon as possible.
Before we get to that topic, before we get there,
I know Raissa is dying to get to that topic.
I'm not, but before we get there, it's a topic. Before we get there, tell us very, very briefly, what is the future of Chinda's Grocery Store? Just briefly, where do you see yourself in the next 2 years? What is the future you have for the store?
So we plan to open more stores. Okay. The vision is to be very competitive in the north of England. Right now, we are very competitive in price. Okay. People come to my shop and they're doing WhatsApp to their friends, they're doing video calls. Oh my God, oh the Gary, oh the Pandidiam, oh my God, the price, guys, whoa, like that. Sometimes I'm like,
calm down.
Right. Okay. So and again, for me, there's a bit of ethical in terms of pricing as well, right? At the end of the day, we're gonna make profit. That's why we're in business as well. So when that's not a place whereby you're just doing charity work. Charity work has their place. Business also have their place. So the vision is to expand, into about 3 to 5 shops. So we have in our plan 3 to 5 shops in other locations. The interesting thing, last month, someone reached out to me and he told me of a location outside Manchester. There's huge influx of Africans there, and there is no African shop at all, not from anyone. Like they have zero, and they travel an hour 20 minutes to stop. which is
1
crazy.
hour, 20 minutes.
That's a
20
long.
minutes, then get
Just to
stuff.
go to a store.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Wow.
it's a very strategic place. Yeah, I don't want to give out the name so that some people
Don't give it
listening.
out. Don't give it out. Don't do it.
So guys, I gotta be a little bit selfish here, right? So don't worry
Yeah.
about that. So we're looking into that now, and the also plan is to make some rounds of investors as well. I want to
Okay.
keep a huge portion of the shares, but get more people in and then spread the word, because getting more people will also help with the advice, the support, and all that. Just spread it. Then the other thing, this third phase to this is to turn into franchise.
Okay.
That's smart.
So Chinda's grocery store franchise. So list
Hmm.
it in the UK franchise, so you can have it anywhere. Okay, you can have it anywhere in the world, like McDonald's. All right.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Obviously, you need to make sure that it's well systemized, because there are criteria you need to meet and all that and also with your entire operations really, and also with the food business, you gotta have 5 stars if you want to do that from the food agency, the food agency commissions in the UK. So there are a couple of other legal stuff and regulations that we gotta meet and make sure that everything is great, and we expand, and then we have the blueprint of expansion with proper structure, legal systems, processes, documented, well written out, and people can see and they can see the outcome. And then we can go into the third phase, which is franchise. So anybody now in the world, you can actually have. So with this, we're learning all about supply chain, we're learning, pricing, margin, and all that kind of stuff. With that, it will give us more leverage to understand what we're doing. And the interesting thing behind this, I'm also going into farming by the grace of God next year. It's called Chinda's
Amen.
Farm, and that's going to be in Africa. So Chinda's Farm, we've already we've got in the land, we've got in the plot. So they're just working on the details now. So we're going to go poultry farming, fish farming, and so many other kind of farming, also to help our store, because I want to be able to brand some of the items. Okay, so it's going to be Chinda's Eguisi, Chinda's store Eguisi, Chinda's that, Chinda's this, Chinda's that. We just gotta get this Chinda all over the place, because it's really important.
This is a whole organization.
Yeah.
I mean, you've put in the work, the front, the back, everything.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
anyone looking and listening that you think you want to hop on, I think this is a really good train to hop on while it's still early, before it gets off and is going very far. Because I see you already have a trajectory,
Yeah.
in place. So this is really, really impressive. Definitely impressive.
Yes, you're building an empire, and you're also doing it the Christian way as
Yes.
well. Because you're still upholding your Christian values, and you're in business. So it shows the people that you can be a Christian and be a business man or woman as well, without compromising your values and your integrity. So you're an example to look out for, and definitely talking about Christianity. We wanted to know, what made you become a Christian? Take a deep breath. Yep.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
why did you want to become a Christian?
Right.
Why not any
Absolutely.
other religion
Yeah.
out here?
Okay, it's interesting because from back home, my dad, goes to Anglican, and my mom, while we're very little, there's something that is quite amazing growing up in an environment that they might not be practicing the entire stuff that is written in the Holy Book, the Bible, but just that ability to connect little kids to this line of spirituality is really, really important. My mom came in last month. My mom is with me here right now, and one of the things that amazed me, I want to connect it to my story. When we were little, I still remember very well. 4:30, my mom wakes everybody up. 2 years old, 1 year old, it doesn't matter. 4 years old, 8 years. My mom had 11 kids, so we were a lot. So we gather all of us. We sit on the mat. Those that understand African mat. We sit on the mat. Or sit on the mat. 4:30 a.m.
Wow.
She's singing worship. She's praying. She's covering us in the blood, and she's doing all this stuff. Do you know that my house is 2 floors? Then my mother is in the middle floor. So the guest room is in the middle floor, and it's directly opposite the master bedroom upstairs, where me and my wife sleeps. So my mom came on Tuesday On Wednesday morning,
Mm-hmm.
4:30, I started hearing praise and worship.
Hmm?
I said, no way.
Hmm.
This one is, she's still doing this.
Just maintaining it. Just maintaining
Oh,
the thing.
I was shocked. I literally told my wife, say, you don't get it. You don't understand. I said, since when I was 1 year old,
Wow.
since when I was tiny, I could remember that childhood memory. Look at the time. Look at the time. See, she's awake
Wow.
and she's doing worship. She's worshiping. She's praying. She wakes up first than everybody.
Wow.
And you know what so I said, are you still doing this? You know what she said? She said, I can't stop this because I want to make sure that I'm awake before any of you. She said, though my kids are married, they are all over the place, but I want to start talking to God before they wake up.
Wow.
What? I said, who gave you this idea? Because she said by 4:30, most people are not awake.
Yeah, that's true.
So she wants to start praying for her children and grandchildren before they wake up. So she has to be the spiritual covering. Even though they are married, they are far away. I'm like,
Wow.
oh my. In fact, even me, I'm like, I gotta learn again. This is crazy here, right? So being in that place right from childhood, I was involved in all sorts. I wasn't a Christian then, just being a Christian nominal, but I was doing all sorts of things. And I was going to a particular, I was being a Catholic, and I wanted to be a priest. That might surprise some of you. I want to be a priest.
Yeah.
Imagine Chinda a priest. Oh my
That
Lord,
your
help me.
beautiful wife. I don't know how that would have happened.
So someone I was a good kid, and my brothers, everybody was just, I want to be vulnerable here. Everybody was just having sex with girls, and I was the only remaining virgin. So among the boys. So, and then I'm not Christian then. I'm not born again then. I've not given my life to Christ. So we now arranged. So my brother and I arranged to have sex with this pastor's daughter. Back then, yes, I was 16 and she was also 16, and she also said she said she could only have sex with a virgin. So she was the eldest child of the pastor's daughter, and she's a holiness church, very strong Christian church. So after the negotiation and everything, so my brother brought me, so we talk and everything. So she now said, okay, what day do I want to have the sex? Do I want to be this virgin? I chose a date, a Monday.
Let me sit down. Wait, I have to balance my chair.
I told you, Raissa likes these kind of conversations.
No,
She's
this is
shifting her chair.
interesting. Mr. Chinda, continue, please.
So we now arranged, so I was to have sex with her on Monday in their house when the younger sister and the parents are out. So there's a window of 3 hours that I can just come and we could do it very quickly. So my brother will be outside watching in case there's any movement, any strat, so she can alert us. So we discussed that on a Monday. So to do the following week. So the next week, Monday, that was when I was quite palpitating because my elder brother told me.
You guys had a schedule.
My elder brother told me the day I will have sex, he will kill me. He's having sex with girls, he's doing whatever, he doesn't want me. So he said, if I try that, he will know, he will see it in my eyes, I've been this virgin, and he will deal with me. So that was one of the things that helped me not to even near ladies. And I know, even while growing up, before my brother organized this, I've got other friends that have been organizing me to have sex. I remember a case when I was 14. All the three, there are 5 of them, they've already slept with the girl, so I was the last person to sleep with her. So we arranged it in a particular house. She went there, she undressed, and they were telling me, Chinda, this is what to do, don't worry, just believe, just it's possible. I say, okay. I said, but what if my brother kill me? We'll find out that I've done this. They say, don't worry. I say, where we do you? He won't know. So I went into that room, see her laying on the bed, and she said, come, I'll tell you what to do, how to do it. I just saw her naked. I ran out of the room. I ran out of the room. My heart was book.
Oh my God. At 14 years old.
14. So the guys, they said, Chinda, what's happening? I said, God, I can't do that. The way she looked at me, I can't.
Oh my God.
They said, what's wrong with you? Come on, be brave. So I said, I'm not going back there. So we now went to school. They started talking about it, that Chinda ran away when he saw a woman naked.
Oh
His
my
name is
God.
weak. So they said, like, mocking me and everything. So I I still didn't want to get it because I'm really afraid. And they said if I try that, I'll pregnant the girl and my school will be over. So they really frightened me by even doing anything. So
Right.
when I was just going to 15, going to 16, so this other lady, she's very calm in school, very intelligent, everything. So she told one of the girls to come and tell me so that she've heard how they're just mimicking me and all that and everything. That she want to have sex with me and she will do it very nice. I won't, everything will be fine and all that. So she told me, and then one of my friend I heard when they were telling me, see, Chinda, so all of them again, the five, well, five, six of us. So the other five are like they are sex maniac, they are touching, doing the girls everywhere.
Wow.
Which school were you
So,
going to?
Right.
well,
Where was this?
Hey.
In Nigeria, right?
yes, in Nigeria, yes,
Which
in
school
Nigeria.
were you going to? That is even the girls coming to say,
Yeah. So I know it's okay. That's fine. So the way they told me is like I'll be looked after, I'll be taken care of. I said, okay, that's fine. So we now plan to have sex after school under the mango tree. There's a lot of mango and orange tree. So she brought a cloth. So after school, my five boys, they were on the road watching. So she has already gone in. She went inside, sprayed the cloth on the ground. She removed her panties and she lied down. So my friend said, Chinda, come on, you can do this. Chinda, see, the last time you messed up. Don't this girl, she's very sophisticated. If you want to give you your body, take it serious. Please don't fail us. So I went. As I was going towards where she was lying down on the ground, I was going. It's so funny. The moment, I don't know.
my
The
God.
moment I just arrived and see her with legs spread, I just ran out of the bush. I ran. You know what? I forgot my school bag on the floor. I ran out of the bush. In fact, I went home without school bag. She brought my bag back. I didn't pass where my friends were. I went through another route. I ran. No.
Wow.
I didn't know God was just planning, working on me.
Yeah.
So guess what? The one I told you, the third girl, after we've planned. So a neighbor invited me to Scripture Union, youth camp, July. So I went with them. He's been telling me about this thing, but I didn't mind. I already planned with this girl having sex in a week's time. So, and this time I was so courageous and bold that it will happen this time because I'm really, I've worked on my emotional intelligence and my planning and what to do. So they invited me to the youth camp Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The preacher was not preaching and talking about Jesus and say you should come forward now to give your life to Christ. And where I was sitting, the only thing I'm thinking is that I have sexual encounter date next week Monday. So and if I give my life now, then I can't have the sex again. Okay, I was just there sex. Okay, baby, okay, let me just sex first, then I'll come back and I'll give my life to
Oh my gosh.
So but the man was speaking. This might be your last chance. He was passionate. I said, you know what? Yeah, I don't know what pushed me to the front. I just went. And I gave my life to Christ. 29 July 1996. That's 28 years ago. After I encountered Christ that night, I went to my room. The joy. Whoa. I was excited. I was so happy. It's like, what? This is beautiful. So when I came back, remember the sex date is still there.
Yeah.
So I came back, I carried my Bible and I went to her house. And I said, we're outside. I said, listen, she was so excited because, we're to have sex now. I said, listen, Wednesday, I gave my life to Christ last week. Because of that, I will no longer be having the sex. She was furious, angry. Do you know how many people that want to have sex with me? I said no. And I agree with you. Don't you know I'm a pastor's daughter? You think I don't know the Bible? You think I don't know? See, Chinda, please just come and say, let's have sex quick and we can. I will lead you to prayer. You want to give your life to Christ? And I will pray with you and we will all follow Christ again. Do you understand? I said, but I don't understand. But why are you telling me you're pastor's daughter? You should help me not to. She said, because she has been ready. She's really want to do this. Please. And she just grabbed my hand. I just did like this. I said, you're not serious. Don't you ever near me again. She was begging, please, 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 now, please. I just left. I gave my life to Christ, and I can tell you, it was the best decision of my life. And from there, the persecution I went through, I was beaten repeatedly to stop praying.
Really?
Yes, for my family, my brothers, everybody just hates me because I gave my life to Christ. It was tough. Like, really, they took the Bible away from my hand. I shouldn't read.
Oh my.
The worst part was, this was back in Africa. The worst part was when my father wanted to kill me.
What?
Because my elder brother has a girlfriend, and I normally take the later to the girl where they need to meet. Sometimes the club, they need to meet. All these things. So I was the errand boy. And also I buy tobacco, I buy different things and all that. So I told them that I can't do that anymore because I'm partaking in their sins. Man, if they went. So sometimes they didn't give me food. I was supposed to take transport to go to school. They stopped giving me transport. So I walk 2 hours to go to school.
This is persecution from the house. This is not strangers.
No, from the house, from my house.
Your siblings.
Yes, it was tough. So the one that I would say Brady Kamens back was, back in Africa, we have elders, right? Chiefs and elders. So they summoned me to the community heads, and I was at the middle. So they said to me that they heard that I'm disobedient, rebellious, I'm stubborn. That's how they interpreted it, because I need to obey my elders. So they said I should stop prayers, following Jesus. I should stop everything because my parents doesn't want that, because anybody that follows Jesus Christ, from what they know, they are useless. They don't have anything. So they don't want me to bring shame and ridicule and this, that I want to be a doctor and I followed it, that I should not do this. So after they finished, they say, okay, I should now renounce, that I will not be praying and following Christ before everybody. I was crying, kneeling down, was sobbing. So I looked at all of them and I said that I'm really sorry. I will not renounce Jesus. Wow. One of them came out and gave me a dirty slap that made me fall on the ground. They kicked me. So my father became very angry.
How old were you, if you don't mind me asking?
I was 17. Yeah, 17. I was 17. Yeah. So my father became very angry, dragged me out of where these guys were. And the only chant I was hearing, I still remember, all my siblings, everyone say, kill him, stubborn boy, kill him, kill him, kill him. The only person that was crying and fighting for me was my mom.
Your mother.
My mom was even rolling on the floor, crying, begging. So, and my father also have a gun, a hunter gun. So he went to his room, brought the gun, showed me the bullet, it's red, and put it in, and just get it ready, and put it right. He told me to kneel down and put it right in front of me. My father kills like big animals. My father, he shoots animals. So
the hunter.
He's a hunter. So he's just gonna finish me that day. And I was just there, and I would kill him. So my father, my mother was weeping and crying. So I just looked. I thought that would be the end of my life. I just saw my life in front of me finished. So I looked at my brothers. I said, okay, well, that I'm about to die now, that please they should give their life to Jesus. I told my mom, I'm really sorry, but it's fine, that the angels of God are here, just like the kid Stephen, that they are going to carry me now to heaven. And then I looked at my dad. He had the gun. So I now took the gun and moved it to my forehead. And then I raised up my hand, and then I told my dad,
oh my gosh,
that I am ready now, that please, you can shoot now. You can shoot. My dad said,
hi.
I was sobbing.
That's so traumatic. Like,
yeah, this is intense.
This is
I'm telling you.
Thank God for your life.
Anytime I think about this,
It's traumatizing.
Wow. Like it's not even happening to me, but I can feel the
It was very
Sense.
tough. It was very, very tough. I'm telling you.
I'm
oh my
sorry. I'm so
God.
sorry.
That's
It was
so
very, everybody rejected me. Everyone rejected me. Nobody wants me. Only my mom that was
Hey.
begging for my life.
Oh my gosh.
And my dad just used the gun head and just whip me and like kick me. And then my mom now dragged me out of his sight and said, please, they should not kill him, should not kill
Hey.
me. So my dad said they should not give me food.
Huh?
Mr.
But
Chinda, you're gonna make me cry. I'm very sensitive. I'm a very
it was very tough. Very, very tough. Even anytime I look back, I don't know how I survived. And I'm telling you, I don't know. That's why my salvation and Christ following, I am relentlessly rigorous. I
Mm.
am insanely committed.
Mm.
I'm very unapologetic to follow Christ. I
Mm.
don't care who you are, what you think you, I don't want to know
Mm-mm.
because I was given a second chance,
yes.
I would have died that day.
Right. God forbid.
If my father had just his hand was on the trigger, just like this, the bullet would have gone through my brain, and that would be the end of my life. So I believe God restrain. Listen, when my father is angry, nobody will stand on his way. So I knew that it wasn't my father that kept me alive. No, 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 no. God said, you're not dying today, my son. I will stop it. Now look
Amen.
at me, a little boy, and I was just so broken. So everybody doesn't want me, everybody rejects me. The community is saying I'm a stubborn child, rebellious, just because I follow Christ. And I knew they were all hitting me back because I follow Christ. All the things they want me to do, I don't want to do it.
Wow.
So one day my father said, what is wrong with you? He called me and said, what do you want in this life? What do you want? I said, I want a Bible.
Almost left. Yep.
You
Wow.
want a Bible? That's all you want? You don't want? I say, I just want Bible. Just give me one Bible that everything will be all right. So that night, I decided to leave the house to go to meet a man of God in Lagos to train me and to help me to become a pastor and to serve God, since everybody in my family was rejecting me and nobody wants me. So my mother was shocked. At about 4 a.m., I carried my stuff back home. Ghana must go back in Africa, put all my belongings, and I wanted to leave the house. And she heard the noise of the door, and she immediately came out of her room and said, where are you going? And I said, I have to leave
Mm.
because nobody wants me here. And she said, where are you going? I said, I'm going to Lagos. So how are you going to go there? I said, I'm going to walk. And this is a lot of distance from Port Harcourt to Lagos. If you check that up in Google, you will understand. And because I was just so broken, I was sad that I think I'm doing the right thing, but nobody wants to see that. But at the same time, I know that the devil was just targeting my faith, and he has seen what is coming based on the dedication that I'm putting in place, that I want to serve God. For me to, before my parents, I don't want to compromise. Before the elders, before the chiefs, I don't want to change anything. So, man, this guy is up to something, definitely. So we gotta kill him now, otherwise we get into more trouble. So I did everything to leave the house. So my mom asked me, how are you going to feed? I said, well, Elijah, ravens provided food. So
Mm.
God is going to provide food for me.
God
My
will
mother,
provide.
yeah,
Mm.
my mother said, you are mad. You're really mad. I said, how are
Mm.
you going to see the road? I told her that the angels, this is so funny. In fact, she's here. We do laugh about it. She said, I said, look, I believe so. I told her that the angels will put torchlight from heaven so I can see where I'm walking. She said, where? Angels. That the angels are not here, they're all in heaven. I said, for me, because of I'm going to Lagos, they will find me. So in the process of all that, she took my bag from me. She asked me to lie down. So I lay down, and then it was difficult. They were not giving me food. My mother was trying to feed me. My father would be angry. They really just wanted to harm me. I I walk to school before they give me money to take transport. I walk to college, to school, but they stopped doing all that. And then what I was doing was, this was a very good part. When I'm coming back from the school, because I'm walking and it's a long distance, I'll be stopping and I'll be preaching in each of the markets,
Okay.
each of, like, with my voice, each of the markets, on the streets, on the bus stops. So they now told my dad that I'm just preaching like somebody is mad on the streets, that I'm supposed to be coming back home. So my father asked me, "What are you doing?" I said, "There's a lot of people that have not followed Christ,
Hmm.
that the people in the house here, they don't want to follow Christ, they want to kill me. So, but the other people don't want to kill me and they want to hear the word of God. So me, I'm going to preach."
Yes.
He said, "I should stop it." I said, "No, I'm not going to stop." He said, "If you don't stop, you're not going to eat." I said, "Fine, I don't want to even eat anyway. That me, I will continue doing what I'm doing." But my
Mhm.
mother will sneak behind and give me food without my father knowing, you know. So it continues like that until one day my father now asked me. He called me to the living room. He said, "What do you want? What exactly do you want in this life?" I said, "I want Bible." He said, "Is it all you want?" I said, "Yes, that's all." Now remember, they were not buying me clothes, they were not giving me anything. I was just this rejected kid. So he asked me, "But you don't have clothes?" I said, "Yes, I don't want clothes." "You don't have this?" I said, "I don't want nothing. I just want Bible." So he went in and he gave me money to go and buy Bible. I was super joyed. But one question he asked me, say, "If I buy the Bible, is it education? Is it university? Is it program? Is it life?" I say, "In the Bible, everything here I need in life is inside here. But he needs to give me one so that I can read to find out what I need to do from here, and then I will that he will see." He
Wait, wait,
said,
wait, wait, wait. So you were doing all these things and you didn't even own a Bible.
"No, no, 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 no. I didn't own a Bible because somebody, yes, I need to talk about this part. There's a lady, Nene, God bless her, amazing lady. She gives me Bible every Sunday evening, and then I will write out the scriptures. We call it morning devotion, quiet time. So I will copy out the Bible from Monday morning, Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, until I will see her. I will get her because it's her Bible. She takes it. So I need to copy every 7 days what I will read in the morning and pray. And when I went back to Africa, there's a massive box where you have all this stuff. But I told my mom as she came, say, "Please keep it safe. That's my sacred, it's a sacred memory for me." So that I would take it when next time I went to Africa, I will bring everything down here to the UK just to keep it. That's what I was doing all this while, to be able to engage the Holy Bible, the scriptures, by copying them. So all this while I did not have. They did not allow me to have a Bible because they said if I read Bible, I get more committed and I'm more crazy, and I become more, according to my dad, more stubborn. That when I read Bible, I don't want to obey the elders. So that's why they took the Bible from me. But in spite of what they did, I was still going strong and strong. They stopped me from doing my night prayers. I can pray for hours in the night. They say I should not pray. I should stop everything. God, I refuse. I say, "But you say you want to kill me. Like I'm here. Anytime you are ready, just shoot me. But I am not stopping any of this." Now, all my other siblings were giving my father headache. Oh my goodness, headache, problems, is trouble. My own problem for my dad is that I want to follow Jesus. The other people, his girlfriend, pregnant that girl there, do this one, that one, problem everywhere. But me, because I'm just following Christ. So I knew that the devil was here, but I refused to give up. So when he gave me the money to go and buy the Bible, I took a motorbike, back in Africa. By the time I get to the shop is just about a couple of yards away. I'm about to come out of the bike, the car from no, I don't know where that car came from, high speed, and just hit us. Massive hit. I was flying in the air like this. My head hit on the road. My clothes was torn here. My nail cap, everything was, the clothes were all torn, and I was just laying there. So people came. I stood up, no scratch on my skin.
Unbelievable.
My head, I mean, imagine this. This is torn, but my elbow, no scratch. And that
So your
hit
dress was torn, but you did not have any physical wound on your body.
absolutely. But the bike man that took me, his head broke. There was bleeding everywhere. Oh, but I was so afraid. I thought he's gonna die. So they had to rush him to the closest hospital. And like, wow. So part of the money my dad gave me, I gave some to help for his treatment. And then I took the rest. And I walked down to the Bible shop. I told the guy, I said, listen, you see what happened in front of your shop? It's not because of that man. That man is just it's a collateral damage. It's not supposed to be wounded. It's not supposed to be in the hospital, but it's just that he's connected to me when heaven is about to shift something in the realm of the spirit. So please give me the biggest Bible in this shop. This is all the money I have. Give me the biggest Bible and let me with the concord everything that so that when I read it, my head will spark for God. I will be mad and crazy. And the guy, look, he just got me this Thompson Chains, very massive Bible. And I said, do you have a sticker? He said, yes. I said, where do you have your stickers? He's got this place. They have stickers. And I picked one. People that know me still remind me of that sticker today. And I put it on the Bible. It's called Preach the Word. Be instant in season, out of season. And from the shop, I started preaching in the market. I moved down, I preach. I moved down, I refused to take transport back home. From the market, I preached several junctions. By the time I got home, I said, whoa, I was so excited. I read my Bible. I was like, God, this is so beautiful. Now, and I told my mom something. In my family, Wednesdays is when we have the best meal and also the best of different type of African dishes on Wednesday because of what we call the Wednesday market. It's a popular market in Port Harcourt. But that day, I chose to fast 24 hours dry, no water, no food. So the day in my family that we have the best meal, that's the day I dedicated to read more of the Bible and to preach. So my mother told my dad that can't I choose another day? They try for me to move the fasting to another day where there's not a lot of meals or food or something. Why would I choose the day there's a lot of meals in the house? And remember, we are a lot. So any food that is cooked on a day will never see the light the following day.
The next day.
Yeah.
It's gonna be ravaged, eaten, taken, everything. That the pot will be empty. So I chose that day. And that day I go to the market, I preach until 9 p.m. until the last person is packing their stuff in the market. That's when I leave. So it's dark, but you will hear my voice. You will not even see me because there's no power, no light. I will preach and I say, if you are there, I know you are hearing me. You might not see me, but I want you to know that Jesus died for you and he gave his life for you. I can't read Bible because it's dark, but I have some in my head. I'm going to quote it now. If you want to give your life to Christ, do you know sometimes I'm preaching in the dark. People will come and find me where the voice is to give their life to Christ.
Wow.
I'm preaching in the dark. They knew me back in my town in Port Harcourt that I'm a mad preacher. Rain is falling. There's thunder everywhere. I would take my Bible, seal it on the cellophane, and I will put it like this. Everybody's running for cover. I am right in the rain, drenched by rain, and I'm preaching and I'm screaming and I'm calling people to Christ. I will do that until dark. I will walk to school. Rain is falling. I normally carry this black bag. I will seal everything, put it like this, and the next thing is preaching the gospel. Early hours of the morning, 5 a.m. to 5:30 in the morning. They
Mm.
call it morning cry back in Africa. I will be going from street to street, street to street, preaching the gospel before I go to school. When I come back, preach all day before I come back. So when my father gave me the Bible, they started giving me transport. And I entered the bus. From the taxi, I'm preaching in the taxi, I'm preaching in the bus. 3 different stops. When I'm coming back, the same thing. When I'm going, the same thing. Every day that I go out. So sometimes the money that I have, I just want to go and preach. As if I'm traveling to somewhere, I'm just traveling to preach. I have no destination. My destination is the gospel. So I preach from one bus to the other, to the other, to the other. When I get to another place, I can pay again, preach, 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 then come back. That has been my life. Completely sold out to God. And then people are saying, I'm mad, I'm crazy. In school, in the college, I still have some of my people. They're in Maryland. Some people are in different parts of the America. Some of them still write me on Facebook. They say, Chinda, are you still in Christ? Oh my goodness. Some of them have found God now, and they'll be telling me, in school, I was radical preacher in college. You cannot see me without me preaching to you. The headmasters, the biology, the chemistry, the physics, even the teachers, they run away from me. Everybody's running away from me because you can't see me. I will preach to you. If you are the president, if you are the billionaire, I don't care. I will go to you. I will greet you. I will say, thanks, sir. Everything. The little boy said, so please, sir, I know I might not have another chance to see you, but I want to just let you know that Jesus, the Son of God, the one that gave you breath, he died for you. And so, what is, who are you? I don't want to listen. Sir, you got to listen because you might die tonight. Please listen to me, sir. Sometimes you'll be pushing me away. Say, are you all right? I say, I'm not all right because people are dying. They're going to hell. You got to come to Jesus. So some of the young ones, some of the friends are still reminding me of that radicality that I had. I came into
So,
this place, I never stop. I still go preaching the gospel all over the UK. I've got a team, Christ Ambassador, reaching everywhere from city to city. The whole of this year, 2024, we have brought several people to Christ. We have populated different churches. I host crusades. This is my life because I know what I have is the solution to the world. So, as part of my training, I graduated from Billy Graham School of Evangelist. I graduated from Maurice Sororo School of Evangelist. I went to San Diego. I graduated from Rehan Bonki School of Evangelist. T.L. Osborne. I have groomed myself, and I want to let you know everything Chinda has, everything I do, whatever I become, I'm completely unapologetic to radically, relentlessly, militantly somebody about Jesus Christ. I'm not ashamed of the gospel. In fact, I think the word shame doesn't like me because I don't respect the word shame. I'm very shameless when it comes to Jesus Christ because anytime I think about my life, I was given a second chance. Chinda you stood today would have been buried, dead, forgotten in Africa. But my King of Kings said, no, I need you here. It's not yet time. So I'm going to stop your dad from pressing the trigger to blast your brain in front of everyone. So I'm living a second life. The real life actually died that day. This one is the one that was given to me after I was redeemed by Christ. I was not given another life to live. So I cannot mess about with that. So this is why I'm passionate about the gospel. I'm passionate about soul winning. I'm passionate about Christ. I'm passionate about heaven. And I'm very unashamed about that. That's my conviction.
wow, that was very interesting. So, I just had this one question while you were saying your story. So you started, did you have like a coach, a mentor? Because a lot of Christians, even when they want to preach, sometimes, you get scared because people are questioning you. Like you said, you have no shame. I don't know. Maybe you were just born shameless.
But I think before we get into that, we skipped something. How did you even get to the UK from preaching in the streets,
Okay.
Oh my,
right, to
that is
becoming a
that
business
is
owner, owning a grocery store?
oh my God, that is interesting. My family is not buoyant. Okay. We went through quite a lot of things. So in my community, they give people some plot of land as a male child, just being an advantage being a male child. So part of what I did, I sold them. I went to Meduguri, University of Meduguri. I was in human anatomy there. Then I also went to University of Pretoria, South Africa. This is from, you see, coming into Christ opened my mind into some possibilities and connection with the body of Christ that I wouldn't have had.
Mm.
Now, I want to say sincerely, my journey cannot be complete with without the support of the body of Christ, because they were there for me. Even when things were not, they prayed for me, they fasted for me. I remember when my father did not allow anybody to visit me, because when they visit me, they would teach me the Bible, the word of God, and I'll be more crazy. So they banned people from coming, but they were praying for me.
Mm.
Right. So my pastor, I followed him to South Africa, okay,
Okay.
as well, with the support of my family, with the land I sold and all that. And then how and I came to the UK, going to South Africa, it was difficult, was hard. And by the time I was wrapping up there, things were tough. Then there was this visa called holiday maker visa. They were given to people for 2 years. So
Okay.
to the UK with a holiday maker visa, supported by Christians again, believers in South Africa to come over here, right? Not by my parents and all that. And then when I came here, the pain, the suffering, oh my goodness. Look, I used to say there are three levels of poverty in my own idea. We have poverty level one. God is aware of the poverty. And that poverty, God looks for one way or the other to find people to give you food to eat. Okay.
Mm.
That is God aware that you are poor. Okay. Now, the second level is that I used to say, here, Satan has started noticing you that you are poor, and he's trying to get involved in your life because of poverty. Okay. The third level is what I call supernatural poverty, when the devil is in charge of your life because he just want to wreck you. I was there. So why in London? They kicked me out of the house. I couldn't pay my rent for 6 months. So I was out there. It was a brother and family that took me to a two-bedroom house. I was just put my things on the not a garage, like a shed. Uh, and then I was living in their living room. There's a chair which I just put my leg there, and my leg hang over the chair, and I'm just there for about 2 years.
Two
Because
years.
Oh my gosh, that's
about 2 years,
uncomfortable.
yeah, about 2 years. And I was trying to survive because I tried to get my own school fees. They kicked me out of school 3 times because I couldn't pay school fees. And I wrote circumstantial forms. It was very difficult. I'm just trying to summarize. And I work. I got a cleaning job. My first job was cleaning job. They pay me 75 pounds a month, and I work for 3 hours to get there because I can't afford
You
the bus.
walked
I
for three
walk. I walk.
hours.
I
Whoa.
use map. I use the map to get there, right? Because in
Receive
London,
$75
in
a
London,
month.
it was £1.20 for a day ticket, 2004, 5, and 6. So I don't have the money. So I have to walk. Okay. And during the snow time, my legs are all torn. My legs are torn because I don't have winter shoes. The clothes I wear, I only buy them from charity shop. They are no more than £3. I still have pictures of them. I look like I'm 185 years old, rejected and abandoned. There were all kind of balls on my face. In fact, then you think you think I'm sickly. My head is bald today because of excessive using razor to remove all my hair to last me for 2 months, because I could not afford to barb my hair at the time. They were barbing hair in London because I don't have the money. So life was tough. I
Right.
was tough. So a time came, I had to beg somebody to call my family back home. I was asking for £20. can they send 20 pounds? So I still remember my mother, they called her to that house. She picked the call. My mother said that they are looking for 20 pounds to feed here. So they don't have. So can I go and meet the white people to bring me back home for free? That they say I can tell white people that's deportation. I should go and tell them that they should bring me back home. That she heard that is free. You don't have to pay. They will bring you to Lagos. And then
They'll deport you for free.
that they should just bring me back. So it was difficult. It was tough. I never called her again. In fact, we talked about it the other day. She was laughing. She said, "But that was the only counseling she can give me. Tell the white people to bring you back for free because there's nothing." So my life was not glamorous at all. My life was reading with all sorts of ups and downs and pain. I did biomedical science. I'll be in the lab and they will just come in. "Excuse me, who's Chinda Chinda?" I'll raise up my hand. They say, "You have not paid school fees. It's 4 months now. You've not even paid anything." In front of all my students, everybody. And they will say, "Please pack your load and get out." So the security will guide me until I leave the entire school premises, because they say that I am not insured and I shouldn't come back here until I've paid something. So, and then I will go. My friends will be getting the notebooks, the lecture notes. They'll be emailing me, and then I'll be trying to learn. I couldn't enter the library because I don't have the library cards to enter the library. It was difficult. It was tough. Life was unbearable. I will cry. I will weep. Sometimes I don't eat food. It's not that I'm not hungry. I'm very hungry, but the food, I have to leave it to eat the next day. But I can drink a lot of water now. Sometimes I go to people's houses, not that I really want to visit them. I just want to eat in their house in case, I'll be there. I will greet them, I remember one particular one I went. I think the people noticed that I also want to eat. And so they delayed their dinner and they keep delaying and delaying. The wife has finished cooking. So the body movement is saying, "Chinda, can you get the hell out of my house? Can you leave?" But they couldn't tell me directly. So while they are telling me to leave, me, I'm praying in my heart, "Lord Jesus, I will eat here today. In the mighty name of Jesus, I will eat here today." So at the end of the day, I think they're like, "You know what? He's not gonna leave. We don't give him food."
They just had to feed you.
Oh my God.
So they have to give me a little something. And the way I even ate my food, before they can even start thinking of eating theirs, my own is finished, and I'm just looking at everybody. It was difficult. It was very, very tough.
Wow, you do not look like the struggles.
My story, the struggles and all that. Today, people are seeing the glory, and that's what I don't like. They are seeing the glory. Sometimes I sit them down. I say, "Listen, can I talk to you about my story, please?" So that I don't want you to look at the story and it's so glamorous, it's so amazing, it's so wonderful. Let's see the behind the scene that nobody saw, right? And some of them actually open an album. I say, "Do you see that's Chinda there? You can see the pimples was because I don't have cream. I can't buy cream. Cream. No. I remember many times I took shower without taking no shampoo, no soap, no nothing, because I can afford it." So I tell them the story so that to understand where I am today is all by the grace of God, but at the same time, tenacity, self-growth, perseverance. You talked about mentorship as well. Let me mention that. Back home, I've got Christians that were mentoring me. Okay, so reading the books about Zig Ziglar book, Born to Succeed, The Power of Positive Thinking by, Vincent Norman Peale, to exposing me to all these books. And I was reading them. Then on prayer, E.M. Bounds, The Power of Prayer, Praying for the World, Shamak, all these American Christian writers, I was reading them. So my mind was being expanded, exposed. And it helped me to really begin to see that there are more possibilities to my life to what it is now, even though I was suffering, right? That's where the game changed and the transformation happened. But today, when I look back and I say, "God, what a beautiful thing, what an amazing thing." So I just bless the name of the Lord for the opportunity. I know time is going. I think I have about 17 more minutes.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
to 9:30 because I have some coaching calls. The couples
Mm.
waiting for me to start coaching them. So
yeah, so,
Okay.
so Raissa asked if you had a coach as well. I know you mentioned some of the mentorship that you've had, the people that you were studying and reading, but
yeah,
was there any one-on-one, like the way you're coaching people now? Did
yeah,
someone, give you that little one-on-one
yes, yes. Okay, in
here in
London,
the UK? Yes.
yes, in the UK, yes,
I'm so
absolutely, yes,
sorry. There in the UK, because we are in the USA.
yes,
You're in
yes.
the
Here in the
UK.
UK,
She's
yes,
she's
that's
already
right.
seen
Yes,
herself in the UK. You know,
yes, yes, yes. So
she's
in the UK, yes. So one of the things that transformed my life was when I the power of positive thinking. I read it again when I was here. So I met a guy that was talking about personal development. In London, you can go on Eventbrite, you see free event. I remember some of these events, I walk to the event because I can't pay transport to the event. So I will come there, I will sit at the back, and they will talk. You can do this, you can become this. So by the time they finish talking, they will now begin to sell their products. And they will now say, okay, this package 5,000. Before they finish 5,000, I'm out of the door because I don't even have transport to go back. So I took advantage of free event, personal development free event in London and all that and all that. And then when I started having a bit of money, then I started getting into paid event, but I utilize a lot of free
free.
event to hear people, to
Mm.
talk, to challenge myself. And then with the little time, things begin to improve. I started reading more books. And
Yeah.
now I'm in some couple of groups, mentorship groups. John Maxwell mentorship group as we speak, and then a few other powerful guys in the UK and the US that
Mm-hmm.
also in Nigeria that I'm part of their mentorship group, and we meet
Mm-hmm.
weekly, we talk. So all those things also help me to grow, and also business mentorship group as well. We're all there. So learning has become part of me, which I cannot stop. I'm a writer, I'm a reader, I love books. I can't do without books because books gives me a lot of experiences that I wouldn't have had myself. So this is
Mm.
how the change continuously happen in my life because I'm constantly studying, I'm constantly reading, I'm constantly changing to be better.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, wow,
Wow.
powerful. Thank you. I know
So
Raissa has
let's
one more question before we wrap it up.
no, just touching on the last topic also of what you do, because we've spoken about the business,
Yes.
your business mind. We've spoken about your religion, who you are, your core values. Now let's talk about the final part, which is coaching for like marriage, single people. Touch a little bit on that.
Okay.
And the current situation. What would you advise, people that are single, married? I know we don't have a lot of time. It's so much, but
Yeah.
give us
Okay.
a little.
Yeah. We can give this another, about 30 minutes. Right. So basically, I came into the relationship space
Mm-hmm.
because my father had three wives, right? And my
Hey.
mother was the third wife. Okay. There was nothing like love, there was nothing like affection, there was nothing like that. I didn't see any of that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see my dad abuse my mom anywhere,
Mm-hmm.
anytime. Okay. Because my dad is busy with three wives. So he has access to a lot of women to enjoy himself. So, but the one that really broke me was my sister, my elder sister. um she was quite very vocal. She was a lawyer, a journalist, very, very, very powerful lady back in Nigeria, Port Harcourt. And she fell in love with this guy. Okay. And before we could realize it, wedding was fixed and they got married.
Mm.
Within the first year of marriage, she was the president of the journalism chapter for Nigeria at that time in my country. She stopped being coming to office. She's not engaging. People were worried. She doesn't want to talk to anybody, and she was this woman advocate for women.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
She speak about them. She write about them, abuses and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, the guy was beating her. The guy was abusing her. The guy was really treating her bad. So she was so ashamed to even come because they would write about it on paper, and that's what she writes about. So all
Mm-hmm.
the things that she writes about is happening to her in her marriage.
Wow.
Financial abuse, spiritual abuse, physical, domestic, psychological. It was crazy. So before they reached out to my parents to go and find out what was going on, it was so bad,
Mm.
and she now developed a stroke. And
Your sister.
my sister, elder sister, yeah, she developed a stroke, and they flew her to India. my state government, because she's part of she's very political, all right. And when Nigeria went into the democracy rule 1999, she was the caretaker of the second richest local government in Nigeria after Victoria Island, which is Obiako. So some of the governors today in my state were her boys.
Wow.
At the time. In fact, one of the governor that is still alive today, is finished now, he became a senator, a minister. They were dating, and that was the guy she wanted to marry. But my sister refused because it was too like promiscuous, like having a lot of girls. So she didn't want anybody like that. But unfortunately, she fell in the wrong hand. So they did everything they could in India, and they came back home. One of this evening, my sister ate, and my sister died.
My condolences.
Yeah. So she died. Wow.
Yeah.
It was, I was here. It was painful. It was painful. My father, for 3 days, my father never drank water or ate it. My father wanted to die because she was like the pace setter, the light. She was like somebody we're all looking forward to. Even me coming to the UK, some of my documentations from Nigeria to South Africa, because of her influence, I got my best certificate on time, a couple of things like that because of her influence. So, and I remember one of the things she told me to go abroad, make us proud, keep pushing. I know things are hard, but try your best. So when she died, I wasn't myself. It was bad. I started researching what can make a marriage work. How can people live together? How can people change their lives? Because of my sister's death, this book came. What can I do to make my marriage work? Right?
One I mentioned.
Yes, this one as well. So this is a program because of her dying. So a lot of things came from my research, my looking at different things. And don't forget, I also have a wife. And I wanted my wife to experience love, cherish, affectionate, being looked after, everything my sister could not experience. I want my wife to experience it all. And I always feel that my sister is really happy with me because I'm looking after a woman like her. Unfortunately, she didn't have the opportunity to experience all these things. Her life was cut short by an abusive man. But she's okay. My brother now is not abusing another woman. Rather, he's making her feel like a queen, like an amazing woman. And at the same time, he's going to help other people. So I came into the relationship space because my sister died.
Wow.
If my sister had not died, I don't know if I would be doing this. The pain I had drove me to go and find out what is relationship all about. How can you get in there? And how can you sustain it? I've been married for 16 years. And I can tell you, relationship works based on skill set and knowledge. And the skill set and knowledge must evolve over time. They are not static. They must be dynamic. So people that are not married today, I extensively coach couples. I've done Christians, I've done Jews, I've done Americans, I've done Canadians, Chinese, I've done Muslims, I've done Hindus, I've done Christians, I've done all sorts of category of people, right? One thing I've come to realize, doesn't matter whatever you believe, doesn't matter where you are, but knowledge and skill set, they are the bedrock of how your marriage will evolve over time. Now, I have seen spiritual people that have terrible, toxic marriages. I've seen people that you would have thought they will understand the fundamentals of how a marriage works, but they are not able to because they don't have the knowledge. For instance, everyone is made of something. Every one of us are a product of a program. You are being programmed directly or indirectly on earth. You came into this world with God's program.
Okay.
When you were born. But as you begin to grow up, as you begin to talk to people, your experiences, your school, the things you read, what you watch, they begin to affect the original program that you came into this world with. So the perception, the understanding, the religiosity, the ethnic, the culture, the this, the that, begin to frame a different temperament, a different character and behavior and mindset that's completely, totally different from heaven, because we all came from God. And God doesn't abuse people. God doesn't kill. God doesn't start destroying lives and making your life hell. So how do we have marriages that are toxic, abusive, end in divorce, separation? It's because the wrong programming. And those programming is the mindset. So when you marry somebody, you marry a mindset.
Oh.
You don't marry person, you marry mindset. And the mindset is full of all types of beliefs, all types of understanding. So before you marry, ensure that you are ready to accept the mindset you are marrying. Because your mindset is deadly, is dangerous, is toxic. So don't be fooled by he's got car, he's got money, he's got this. Oh, the girl, look at the bonbon, very nice, she's very beautiful. She face, the makeup is a nice. Makeup doesn't make marriage work. Even the biggest bonbon does not make marriage work.
Preach.
Right.
Right? 7. Now they have 6 packs. Some people are having 24 packs now. 24 packs doesn't make marriage work.
Right.
Beauty doesn't make marriage work. Handsomeness doesn't make marriage work. What makes marriage work is your knowledge, your skill set, and then obviously for us, we have to put God in the equation.
Right.
But if you have God and no knowledge and no skill set, you're still going to have bad marriage. So God factor there is to give you principles. The marriage principles are all here. Science and psychologists have just tried to extrapolate it and put it in a posh way and say, according to the research in 1945 up to 2004, we can understand and deduce based on the empirical data from the numerical this and that, we can deduce that psychology today is saying a man can love a woman based on, it's already in the Bible, bro. It's already in the Bible, bro.
Right.
The Bible says, love a woman as Christ loved the church. You know how many men that doesn't understand that? That is deep. To love a woman, for me, is the most challenging work on earth. Listen, you're gonna put her with her shenanigans, with her mood swings, with her menopause, with her that one, with her period, with her cramps, with her ups, whatever. You will love her. Even when the mood is all over, you will love and care and support and cherish and choose her and be with her and pray for her and mentor her. It's a lot. It's a lot of business. You gotta do a lot of work to keep that thing the way it is. The church is offending Christ today. The church is misbehaving. Christ loved them regardless. So we as men, we are to love women regardless. But political correctness say no, that is wrong. That is abuse. That is foolishness. I don't care whatever political correctness says. I don't care what psychology today says. 50-50. Let's do the same. You do for me, I do for you. God is saying you should love your neighbor as yourself. What you can't do to yourself, don't do it to the other person. And we've been given command by Jesus to love our wives, to care, to support unconditionally. The love for Christ has no condition. So if I'm loving a woman, I should not attach any form of condition before I love her, if I really want to love her. So condition for Christ is nothing, because you didn't have any condition. He loved you anyway. The Bible said that we were dead in sin and trespasses. He still loved you. Even when you were doing all your whatever, he still loves you. Even tomorrow he loves you. Forever he loves you. So why are you saying because this woman did this or this one happened, that is why I have to act like this? A lot of the bloke do not understand what love is. Right? And some of the women as well, they need to learn to know how to also respect a man. But the now is, I will respect you when you do A, B, and C. If you don't do A, B, and C, Sorry, you're not gonna get any respect from me, boy. No way, it's not gonna happen. The same condition, if a woman want to serve a man, servanthood, the man want to serve the woman, servanthood. Imagine two servants with unrelentless commitment to one another. Do you believe that that marriage has no other way than to work, than to change, than to transform? So before you say I do, is absolutely important that you do proper analysis. I call it FBI research, MI5 research, Homeland Security analysis.
All of that, right?
Yeah, you gotta do all that. Don't be carried away. Make sure all this alignment, temperament, understanding, beliefs, mindset, future, goal, dreams, directions, purpose. You gotta check these things. But not when somebody can, hi girl, how you doing? Say, oh my God, I'm good. And then when she's with her friend and they say, hey Janet, your boyfriend came and or maybe this guy that I want to marry, how you guys? Oh my God, he loves me. Like he took me to Chick-fil-A. He bought Chick-fil-A. Oh my God, I'm so good. He cares so much about me. Like he bought this perfume, like the new Paco Rabanne, like the Gucci one, the smell one, the elite one. He got it for me. We went out and wow, the guy I just melt, man. I just melt. But the guy has an anger problem. He gets so angry. And then you are just still talking about Chick-fil-A with anger.
Right. It's a no. Yeah.
It's a no. You are praying, you love God, and the guy is so cute, he's so lovely, so whatever, and he never prays. He don't believe in God, and you're mixing two equally all together. That's gonna be a massive issue. So people don't investigate, people don't check all these things, and they just go into marriage. Sometimes look at the finances. He doesn't save. He spends all the money. He's always begging for money. He's begging the leader for money for transport to go to work all the time. He's just there, and you want to give this guy your life? Are you kidding me?
Mr.
This guy is a pornography addict.
As you're speaking, there's some things you're saying. I'm bumping her with my knee. She's bumping with my knee.
I'm telling you. Yes.
Like this is your man. She will bump it. Like this is yours.
Think about this. These guys have pornography issues. He's a porn addict. And you're just, don't worry, he's gonna get over it. He's gonna get over it. We're gonna work on it, baby girl. Is that okay? Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. It's true.
Wow. No. He's gonna watch not only pornography, he's gonna watch demons sexing in hellfire in marriage.
Hey.
So you gotta check all these things. This guy has so much debt. How did he get into debt? How did we arrive here? What are the analysis of the debt? What is the genesis of the debt? Every time he skipped it, he's got what's the problem? He said, yeah, I don't know. He's got gonorrhea. And you're saying we're gonna pray about it. The Lord Jesus will heal the gonorrhea. The Lord is no. Let him go and marry gonorrhea, sort gonorrhea out. We can't have it here.
Hey, good.
You got to check everything. You gotta look at everything. Is he someone? Does he beat his sisters? Does he beat his ex-girlfriend? Does he scatter the television and bang the door and get so angry? Every time he's never right in anything. Every time he's right, you are the problem. You are the problem. You are the problem. You are the problem. And you're like, no, it's your problem. And he said, no. And you are just there say, it's okay. I think I'm gonna take it easy. Wow. All right. I know, John. I know you're mad right now. I know you have problems right now. Probably you're depressed and emotional, mental issues and stuff. No, he's crazy. Yes, he's crazy. He is gonna deal with you wrong for your life.
Jesus.
You'll be there in this one. You are petting a lion. The day that lion is gonna wake up, you are petting a snake. Say, I love you, snake. Snake, you are lovely. Snake, kiss me, snake. We are great. No, the snake will poison your life.
So true.
Poison your purpose, poison everything in your life, and at the end of separated, you are divorced and all that kind of stuff. So for me to make marriage what you start from right before you enter, that is the best place. Check everything. Don't keep anything out of there. Don't say, well, love, his SS. and you are AX, and you're like, you know what? You know what? It doesn't matter where in the US, when the Western world, when Canada. Okay, fine. There are treatments. That's fine. It's all right. We have 3 kids, and they're all SX. Woo, nice baby girl. No, no, nice baby girl. Is the child is gonna be sickly. The child is
Yes.
gonna have a lot of problems here. And you're just, no, I love you. I know you from Cameroon. We kissed the other day. It's very sweet. Jesus told me I'm gonna be with you. And and then you're like, woo! No, 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 no. Tell him, bro. Thank you. I love you too. But nah, 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 nah. See you on the other side. Run. Run for your life.
Wow, Mr. Chinda, wow, this was fire. Wow, wow. We might need to do a part 2 actually,
Part 3.
because I know you're
Press
on your
time.
way to coaching other, some of your clients, and so thank you so much for giving us your time, and you were very honest and transparent about your journey. I would have never guessed that you went through all these trials and tribulations in business, in your personal life, persecution. You're a true testament of what God can do when you believe. And we want to thank you so much for coming on this platform and being honest and vulnerable. So, Mr. Chinda is a businessman, a life, marriage, and performance coach. And if you're in the UK, please stop by his grocery store, which we're going to also add in the description of this episode and also on here as well. So thank you so much, Mr. Chinda. We appreciate you, and see you soon. Hopefully in the UK. All
Absolutely.
right.
Thank you. And I want to just say this before I go, just 3 things. Like everything you've heard here today, there are 3 things about your life, whether in business, whether in spirituality, or whether in your marriage or before you get married. Probably the 2 is going to be before the vows. I know a book that is coming up is titled Before the Vows. Woo,
Okay.
woo, 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 woo. Let's leave it there, right? We'll come
Yes.
back. Now, what I want to say is, first thing, regardless of where you are in life right now,
Mhm.
no matter what is going on, no matter what you want to achieve, first thing, find yourself. Find yourself. Find yourself. If you don't find yourself, somebody else will give you him or herself for you to find. So find yourself first. Discover who you are. Discover your purpose. Discover your direction. Discover what makes you tick. Find you. Number 2, feed yourself. Be personal development addict, self-improvement addict. Read,
Yes.
take the
Yes.
courses, go for stuff, keep evolving, because if you remain static, that knowledge might not serve tomorrow. So keep growing. So feed yourself, feed yourself, feed yourself. Personal retreat, personal reset. And secondly, which is thirdly, very, very important, fight yourself. Don't fight your mom. Don't fight the government. Don't fight your friends. Don't fight anybody. Fight yourself. Fight your laziness. Fight your lack of patience. Fight all those challenges of your weaknesses. Fight yourself. Fight yourself. So when anyone is trying to hold you back, say, no, you can't hold me back. You're not the problem. By fighting yourself, you're emotionally matured to focus on you, because there are many things out there you can't control. But when you fight that lack of taking step, fight lack of commitment, lack of perseverance, fight lack of love, empathy, compassion, fight lack of kindness. Fight yourself. You feel like praying this time, you don't feel like praying. Fight the prayerlessness, fight the lack of spirituality. See, focus on you, because the moment you transform, you become a profitable commodity in the marketplace. And we have no choice. We will pay to buy you. We gotta find you first, feed you, and then fight yourself.
Fight yourself.
Yes.
Wow.
On that note,
How do people just if people want to join your coaching program, with everything you've said, where do they go? Do you have like a website where they can contact you, an email address where, because people on here might want to join, receive some coaching from you, whether it's relationship, performance, whatever it is, where do they contact you?
Okay, right. I've got a website. It's called the marriedlifemanagement.com. Okay, marriedlifemanagement.com is one word, and I also share you the link as well. I've got my
Yes,
YouTube
please.
channel as well, Married Life TV as well,
Mhm.
and then also I've got another site where I have all my online courses.
Mhm.
It's called loveframework.com. So you get to see all kind of courses, and then I have a lot of books as well on Amazon. Right now, I think for almost a year now, just over a year, I've been writing about 20 books. It's a lot of time, and these are mandate from God. A lot of them are
Right.
spiritual books, marital books, personal development books. So there's a lot. So a lot of products are going to be released next year, which I've been working on now for about, I think about 14, 15 months.
Mhm.
I've been working on all these books, and I've been told to release them all. Everything must go out.
Mm.
And writing the book is changing me, is transforming me. So a lot is going to happen in 2025. I'm looking
Mm.
forward. It's going to be amazing. We're going to serve God, but at the same time, we're going to impact more lives from every quarter. So look out to that. And I want to be back here again, especially to talk about that book that is titled Before the Vows.
Hmm.
Got you got to get that book. It's going to be released next year. And also, you got to read that book, not just getting the book. Read the book. If you
Mhm.
read the book and follow what is in that book, I think the devil will hate you for sure.
Hmm. Amen.
Thank you so much. Anyone listening, please like, comment your thoughts and opinion, and also don't forget to share and subscribe. So thank you so much. And on this note, we are out. Have a blessed day, Mr. Chinda.
Thank
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
you.
Thank
Until
you.
next time.
Bye. Bye.